So I'll tell you just a little bit about me. When I went to Columbia, I knew I wanted to do TV. I didn't want to do anything else. I've always been into sports growing up. That was kind of always my thing. And TV was a way for me to work as a team with people. It was something I was good at. It was something finding shots. It's also fun. It can be a lot of fun. How many of you here are really interested in TV? Just by show of hands.
Like being on TV?
Yeah, or just doing TV, just in general. Just you want to do it. How many of you here like teamwork? Work well with others? Okay. That was my thing. I loved working with people. That was why I chose to do TV. Had nothing going on at Columbia. Wanted to do an internship. Got lucky enough to get UMB this morning. Was just searching around trying to find stuff. Actually wound up knowing a kid that was working there. He said, "Hey, would you like to intern?" I said, "Of course." So any chance or opportunity I had, I was trying to find something for after college. And I'm sure you guys get this point too. I was afraid. I was afraid of what happened after school. I was 22 years old, and I didn't know what was going to go on after I got done with school. It's kind of like, well, what do? Do I go? My other job was I'm a janitor. I still am a janitor. It just work some extra hours, make some extra money, but I didn't want to do that for my entire life, and I want to get TV. So my thing was try and search out and find any sort of internship I could. So that's what I did. Went to UME this morning. Started off like everyone else does at UME, just writing scripts, helping bring guests in, getting coffee, helping out any way I could, research things. That's what I was there for, and through just doing that and people seeing how well I worked with other people there, I eventually got to do more and more with like production and everything. And I was actually worked teleprompter for a while. Well, we had a couple people off sick, and actually someone was actually leaving, our former editor, and a camera operator position opened up. And they said, "Well, Mike, would you be interested?" I said, "Well, of course I'm interested. Just give me a chance." So I got that opportunity and I made the most of it. And I was hired straight out of school. So in April of 2012, started at UME this morning, and that's kind of how that story goes. But I wanted to show you guys a little clip of what I do. This is an I Love My Job. It's a segment on our show. We did as a joke, we did me as the I Love My Job. So this will explain a little bit more of what I do and what robotic camera operators actually do. So this should be helpful to all of you. Let me know if you need it up a little bit. I can always turn the volume up.
Oh, I think I'm sorry. What are their name again?
This is Melissa Foreman and Gene Sparrow.
Yeah, and Gene Sparrow.
All right, you guys ready? Here we go.
It's fun seeing what happens behind the scenes anywhere, but maybe since you watch the show here at UME too, at some point, maybe you've wondered about the people behind the camera.
So for today's I Love My Job, we are profiling our camera operator, Mike Manuszak. Take a look at how much he loves his job and us.
That's our camera right there.
I'm the robotic camera operator for UME this morning. So I'm in control of 5 different cameras every morning. Well, the cameras actually work by this controller here. So I choose between the 5 cameras that I want to use, and at any single time I can control any camera. Panning, which is left to right, I can control with my joystick by just going left to right. Tilting is going up and down. So I go up and down on my controller, and I can control all those speeds on this little controller with just these little knobs here. I also can set the focus, which is this little wheel right here. And then for zooming in and out, which is interesting on here, you have to actually like spin this little wheel here. You spin it counterclockwise to zoom out, and you spin it clockwise to go in. A pedestal is what is the height of pretty much your camera. So heading up means you're going up with the camera, and heading down means you're going down with the camera. I also can preset shots.
Rob has his eye on this bottle.
The nice thing about setting shots is if we're doing something in the kitchen as far as a wine segment, we have 5 different wines in a row. I can just hit 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it'll go to all my presets, which is nice. Does it always work? Not always, but we try. So this is the CCU board, the remote control panels for all the cameras. It allows me to iris up and down in the camera, which means how much light is allowed in. So if you iris down, you're bringing less light into the camera. Also here I can color, any colors I have to change. I can easily change with these little red and blue knobs. I'm waking up at 3:30 in the morning every morning and coming from the south side here, which is like a half-hour drive, isn't fun all the time. But you know what, you get used to the hours because it's nice being done at 12:30, 1 o'clock every day. You have the rest of your day to do stuff, which is nice. And you know what, it's fun working with the people we work with. The fun we have on the show, you can see when you watch the show. We try to keep it upbeat in the control room because, you know what, I'm sure other places, they can't say that. You know, it's the director wants it done this certain way, but here, we have fun. That's the main thing.
He's so cute.
That is cute.
All right.
It's kinda nice to see how
So that
they
kind of
are.
explains to you like what the CCU board looks like, what all of our robotic cameras look like. So obviously that's kind of what I do there. I'll tell you some of the things and places I've gone. This past year we went to Hawaii, which was really nice. There was a crew of 10 of us. We did an entire remote shoot for a week's worth of shows from Hawaii. They weren't live. So what we would do is we arrived in Hawaii. We built our very own little bullpen area where we have all of our computers, where all of our producers worked, where we edited all night. We also had our own little setup. We were in a shop outside of one of the gift shops in the Hilton Hawaiian Village. So every day we had to set up 5 cameras, audio board, switcher, everything. You name it, we've done it. We did all the lighting and everything. So we did 5 shows from there. It was a lot. It was a big endeavor for us, but we got it done. There was a crew of 10 of us. I can say we probably slept the last 3 days, probably 3 or 4 hours. We worked almost 24 hours straight. That's one thing I want to tell you guys today is if you're not in TV to work with people, you have to care for the people you work with in TV. When you get a place, it's nice, to say that, to say that, but you have to mean it. I love the place I work with at WCI. I like the people I work with. It's about teamwork. You've got to like the people. You've got to work for the people. Even sometimes if we don't get along, you still get your job done. That's the most important thing. We've also did a live show from Ravinia about 2 months ago. Same setup. We brought all of our computers, laptops. We had teleprompter. We run a teleprompter off of an iPhone, guys. Technology is here, and we can do this stuff now. We're in an opportunity in this day and age where you can get a camera, a computer, and a budget of $10,000 and make a $3 million movie. Make more money than that. That's what Paranormal Activity did. You can make your own show, so why not, right? Strive for that. People look every day on YouTube. This channel right here, everyone works on YouTube every day, looking for the next big break. Workaholics on MTV or Comedy Central, that was a bunch of YouTube videos. Why can't you guys do that? That's my main thing I want to tell you today. You can do anything in TV as long as you want to. Be as open to anything and any possibility as you need to be, because you need to be. I mean, I took the one opportunity I had and I ran with it. But that may be the only opportunity you get in the third largest market in Chicago. That may be the opportunity you get. But any opportunity you can take anywhere else just to get your foot in the door isn't very, very important here. It's super important. You guys all have a chance to be good in TV. You all do. But you've got to take the effort and you've got to want to do it. Take the opportunities you can get. I mean, seriously. Work hard. I know you're in college. Trust me, I was right where you were 2 years ago. I was. But work hard. Try your hardest. Sometimes you're going to hear no. You're going to hear no a lot. Don't let that bother you. You got to keep going. One thing about robotics, too, is robotics are becoming the norm for everyone now. GN uses them. WGN uses them on their show constantly. It's becoming the norm. It's nothing too difficult, but it's something that's becoming such a big part of TV. And you guys should all know that it's there and that you may have to encounter it. The thing I'll tell you is this in TV. Learn as much as possible. Learn to produce, learn to write, learn to make graphics, learn everything you can. That only makes you more and more important to the place you work for, and it'll only make you more money too. I mean, in the third largest market in Chicago, you've got to be able to do that. So learn as much as possible. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should tell you guys about. No, I mean, if you guys want to take some questions, I would love to answer some questions from you guys. About anything, really. Anything with school, stuff I took, anything you really want to know, I'm totally willing to tell you about. Yeah, go for it.
What is your major in Columbia?
I majored in TV directing and producing.
Okay.
So it's not far off from what I'm doing. I mean, sure, I love to direct, but I do a little bit of everything. At the U, I edit pieces, I light, I've directed the show once, just because we had to. I've run audio, floor directed, everything. It's just kind of wear as many hats as possible.